Welcome to Over the Border, where I'll be discussing the effects of drugs, drug trade, and drug addiction on users and the people closest to them, such as family and friends. This podcast will focus on stories of people who have dealt with the aftermath of drug use, and sometimes even the loss of those who've been addicted. I hope this podcast gives people a better understanding of how the drug trade has negatively affected families and how easy it can be to be sucked into a life of drugs. I'm Atia Carroll, your host, and I'm happy you're joining me. Welcome back to episode 2. On October 31st, 2022, 1-year-old Jahari Paul was brought into a local hospital in East Baton Rouge Parish. Police say the little boy was dropped off by a male who quickly left after. After an autopsy was done, police and the coroners were able to discover that the little boy had died from an acute fentanyl toxicity. Soon after, an investigation was opened into how this powerful but dangerous drug got into the system of this 1-year-old boy. According to many sources, the family of the little boy had a continuous and long history with the state's Department of Children and Family Services. In June of 2022, months before Paul's death, unresponsive 2-year-old Mitchell Robinson was rushed to the hospital after taking pills his mother left out that contained fentanyl and was later pronounced dead. According to The Advocate, Robinson was the youngest casualty of the rising opioid crisis in East Baton Rouge Parish. In the last year, fentanyl was responsible for more than 300 overdose deaths in East Baton Rouge Parish. The Advocate states that the overdose death in East Baton Rouge Parish increased once the pandemic began and was at an all-time record in 2021, breaking the gun violence record, with overdoses killing twice as many people in the parish as homicides did. Because of these growing numbers in the opioid deaths in Louisiana, Governor of Louisiana John Bel Edwards declared July 28th Opioid Crisis Awareness Day. Edwards wanted this day to bring attention and awareness to the largest increase of opioid-related deaths in the country, according to the Louisiana Illuminator. In episode 3, I will discuss what people are doing in Louisiana to help stop the opioid crisis. Thanks again for listening. I'm your host, Mattia, and this is Over the Border.